Hey guys, I just wanted to kind of review a couple of things that we've done this week. We've looked at our sets of numbers, and so we had our diagram that was in our book. We have a diagram that looks like this in your journal that you put along with your definitions. Just a reminder that our natural numbers are our counting numbers. We don't start with 0, but we start with 1 when we're counting stuff. And then our whole numbers are all natural numbers plus 0. And then our integers are our whole numbers and their opposites. And then our rational numbers are numbers that can be written as a fraction, a ratio, which is a comparison of two quantities. We also looked at, in one of the classes yesterday, we looked at some numbers and decided if it was a whole number, an integer, or a rational number. And so if your class did not write this information down, then be sure you put it in your journal. So it was 24 would be a whole number, an integer, and a rational number. -6 would be an integer and a rational number. And our 5/10 would only be a rational number. And then there are a couple of things about the fractions that I want to remind you of. We're going to look at let's look at also want to remind you of our notes that we have on our absolute value. Okay. We took some notes on absolute value this week as well. And so just remembering that distance is always positive. Remembering that this would be the opposite of the absolute value of -45. And then I want to just kind of remind you of some stuff with fractions that you should know from last year, but I just kind of thought it might be good to just remind you of it. So we'll just put fraction reminders. How's that? That pen, I don't think it's a good choice. Let me get one that's a little bit better. And it's going to show it better. Oh, this one. So let's say we have 4 and 1/3. 4 and 1/3. That's a mixed number, right? It has a whole number and a fraction together, which makes it a mixed number. If we want to change that to an improper fraction, okay, we would multiply the denominator by the whole number, 4 times 3, which would be 12, and then we add the numerator. So it would be 13/3. But something that I love and I think is really interesting is that this, I don't know if you can see that, but you know what, I'll use a highlighter. That means, oh yeah, I can see that much better. That means that you have 4 of 3/3. That means you have 4 wholes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then you have that 1/3 plus the 1/3 gives you 13/3. Okay? I kind of like that highlighter color. That's pretty cool. So, the other thing that I wanted to remind you of is if you have a whole number, let's say you have the whole number, let's do 13. Can that be written as an improper fraction? Can it be written as a fraction? Absolutely. This is the same as that. So, yeah, that could be a rational number, couldn't it? That could be, so 13 could be a rational number. What if you had 12 fourths? 12 fourths would be rational, but what's 12 divided by 4? It's 3. So 3 would be a whole number, and it would also be an integer, and it would also be a rational number. Sometimes people would just look at that 12 fourths and just go, oh, it's only a rational number. But that's not true, because when you solve it, you get a whole number. You get an integer, and it's also a rational number. Okay, I hope that these just kind of helped you sum up some of the stuff that we've learned today and prepare you for your assignment today. You've got an assignment that is it's in Google, and it is in your module. And what you're going to do is you're going to be able to open it up. When you open it up, okay, I'm going to put this right here. You're going to go to your module. You're going to go to today's assignment. And it says compare and order rationals. I may have to change that title because those aren't the notes that we're doing today, but that's what it says. And then in there, it says that you're going to do, okay. You're going to, 1, watch the video, this video. Everything I write down, you write down. You're going to copy the notes in your journal. Okay. And then you'll do you'll click on the link, which will take you to it's like a Google Slides presentation that you'll be able to fill out. And probably you'll need to, I'm thinking that it's going to ask you to make a copy. Okay. And then that's how you should be able to interact with, you should be able to move stuff around, and then you should be able to submit it. Number 4, you do have iExcel, and I believe I gave you P4. Let me double check. Yeah, iExcel P4. Okay. I hope having this down at the bottom will help you better understand what to do. So I will see you guys soon.